Okay, Stacey, we back again.
Okay.
This the
What
I
up?
mean, okay, so I did something in Austin that I said
Mhm.
was like the first official IPTV, but
Okay.
that was me dolo by myself. I'm so
Okay.
excited to hear. Come on, y'all, give it up. Stacey L. Harris is in the building. She's landed. And what's great about this is we get a chance to talk about the network. We get to talk and we get to use you as a perfect example of, we're acquiring your shows.
Mm-hmm.
Put some of your favorite episodes will be on. They're gonna start out on Little Rock, SoCal, Inglewood. We got to get Houston IPTV ready for your debut. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I was actually talking to Mr. Moore today, right?
Yeah.
And so he's gonna put the film festival that we're
Mm-hmm.
launching. So UIN Film Festival will be starting next week, you guys. I'll be sending you more information about that. But he's gonna put the film festival on Houston IPTV. And so,
Okay.
because it's not going to air in every market, but because you're coming to the network, he's going to put the film festival on there because he want to give you something to talk about. So, you guys, this is the official welcome. Come on, y'all, give it up. Stacey L. Harris is now officially on IPTV, and hoping the sound.
You should. You should. We
Yeah,
need
no,
you.
yeah, we gonna do it up. So I'm gonna tell you how black we are, right? How black are we?
Right.
This is our show, but it's our Friday show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's
Word on it.
Valentine's, and we're not really. I should have had flowers for you, huh?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Cool. I just want to make sure. I guess I'm a terrible Valentine's person. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think to deck everything out, and so we'll figure out our way to celebrate the day. It's Valentine's Day. We'll do some drops and some stuff in between.
Right.
Where to start? I think we really got to start with Stephen A. Smith. Did you hear what this dude said?
First of all, nobody's listening. I mean, are we still listening to Stephen A. Smith?
No,
Like, are we?
no, wait. I'm
talking
watching
about the
especially when
commentary
Shannon
that
Sharp is
he
on
did.
there. When Shannon Sharp is on, I watch with Stephen A. and Shannon on there. They do this. Get some
I'm
good
talking about the
content.
commentary that he gives about things going on in the world. It's never beneficial and it never really amounts to much.
But what I don't understand is what was the logic? Where was you even going with that? Like, why would you even speak on Beyonce?
No, not Beyonce, Serena.
Oh, right. No, right. I'm sorry. Serena. I'm tripping because I got the Cowboy Carter on my mind. But Serena is from Compton and she
Period.
dated Drake.
Period.
Right? And that was like, it's a big TV moment. You're trying to look for personalities. Serena Williams out there doing it. That was just dope. But my question is, how did you relate this to her man?
Well, only insecure men find that little nuance because I mean the picture was bigger than her crip walking because she's married to, you know what I'm saying? Like it was way bigger than that. Like it has nothing to do with her dude. And so for him to sum up what she did to a man, first of all, to what her husband would think, it's like, come
Went
on,
there.
bro.
I'm
First of
like,
all,
I
you're
wasn't
not her
even.
husband.
I'm not usually. I'm the type of person who like, okay, yeah, that was kind of. Well, I didn't get that. I didn't get like, oh, if you. Nah, it was funny.
I would
It was
divorce her.
timely.
First of all, she's clowning the ex dude. If we're really be like, if anything, that's a big ups to her dude, her husband, her current.
Okay,
Like,
how about this? I'm gonna take it one further. Was she clowning the ex dude, or was she just repping Compton? Kendrick,
you can take
Super
it, you can
Bowl,
make it a bunch of
Compton.
different things. But if we're gonna, but what he was doing, it was making it about her husband. So I'm gonna make it about the husband. Then she was big up in her husband, in because
Right.
what she was doing was throwing shade. If that's where we're gonna go, it was throwing shade at the ex. So the husband's like, you know what I'm saying? Like she up there getting it,
You know
and
what's
she
so
throwing
crazy?
shade.
That's kind of how I would have took it. I'd have been petty patty with her, like, yeah, let's get it, baby. What you gonna wear? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she had the
It's
chucks on, had the tennis
insecure.
skirt. Like, come on, man. How you not get behind that?
It screamed insecure. That's what it screamed.
Stephen A, I feel like he's a company man.
Is he married? Is Stephen A. Smith married?
You know what?
Because he said he would be getting divorced. I mean, I'm just saying in general, like if you don't have a wife in
You know
general, so like
that's crazy. I don't know.
he can't be married. Not as reckless as he is.
Nah, the way he
Reckless of the
came
mouth
off,
on those personal
the way he came off, it was like he was caping for Serena's dude, You know, and I'm thought, well, maybe he knew the dude, right?
Serena's husband came out and he basically gave her all the congrats and praise in the world. So if her husband's not worried about it, why are you?
That part.
It's
See,
weird.
you know what, and what I'm hoping we're able to do, right, is that I believe that one, you and I, we're always going to have a different perspective than most. Okay.
Hmm.
And I think it's just gotten so now that people are just able to willy-nilly speak on stuff and they're not from the culture.
Well, Stephen's black. I mean, he's
No. Let's define some things with this show, right?
is he not for the
Black
culture?
doesn't mean you're from the culture. Okay. Stephen A, he went to an HBCU, right?
Mhm.
He grew up around hip hop, but now he over at ESPN ABC, and he has to make the ESPN ABC choices that don't always necessarily align with the culture. Because I don't know no black men he was speaking for.
Right. He definitely wasn't speaking for any black men.
Not no real
But
like any hood dude. You be like, nah, bro, I didn't see that. I haven't seen no dudes came out and be like, oh yeah, that was a good point. Even the dudes who was on the show was like,
it was ridiculous, right? And he's when he's wrong, he's always so loud and wrong. I mean, it's just, ugh. He should put his focus on his hairline. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
and so, you know, I was just happy for the overall moment that was created. And the interesting thing is that I believe that given everything that's happening in the country, it was it was so much was on display at one time,
Yeah.
right? And it just was bigger than any of the little petty stuff that end up coming out of it on some level, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was bigger than this than the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. It was the performance was very layered. It had so much symbolism and meaning, and people reduced it to the beef, and it was more than the beef.
I'm so happy to get back to where we're actually doing themes and
Hmm.
music videos used to be cinematic.
Like real performances, shows
Yeah,
that say,
where you guys gotta break it down. Like, oh no,
yeah,
did you see this? Did you say? If you go back and look at it, remember the Times video,
uh,
anything from back in the day, there was always these little elements, and somebody might say, "Hey, you didn't see someone." You got to go back and rewatch the video. Like, oh, I didn't even see that.
yeah.
All on the
Mhm.
face of it, it's all ratchet, and it's lost. So for
Yeah.
me, the fact that this many people from this many sectors were able to then take that movie, I mean, not the movie, I'm sorry, to take that performance and see all these different little nuggets, right? And have
Mhm.
their own interpretation. Now, some of them was, but isn't that what art is supposed to be,
Get
right?
your interpretation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or to drive conversation.
Hmm.
I've been driving a little conversation.
Do
'Cause
tell.
Well, I launched as you know, I launched the series BMF on Stars. And
Hmm.
we were recently together with Tony Sewell, it's the first lady of BMF, and 50
Hmm.
and Big Meech, man.
50 what?
50 and Big Meech.
But 50 stays in the beef. Is it his fault or are people around him just not cool?
Nah, look, this is what I posted. That's what I posted. This is what I posted. If you don't poke a bear, why would you start it with 50?
I don't
I
know.
don't know Big Meech, right?
Mhm.
I know all the cast from the show, of course. I know Little Meech, right? I worked with him and the family and different folks from the series. Um,
Mhm.
and so I have a lot of love for everybody over there, but I definitely have a lot of love for 50, right? Because having launched all his shows, with the exception of First Power, I had a chance to really work with him, work with his brand. I have a lot of respect for what he's doing.
Mhm.
But I come from the music era. I
Mhm.
love Troll 50. You know what I mean? I love Wankster 50. How to Rob. I mean, the first record that broke the dude out was a record where he was talking about he gonna rob everybody in the industry. It was so good and he was so playful in the record. People really thought he was gonna rob them. So he's always had this. I'm gonna make the most fun of this shit. If you're gonna give me the rope to hang you, I'm gonna hang you, let you loose, hang you, let you, he gonna torture you all the way through. He's having pure fun.
Yeah, he's had a lot of fun lately. That's all he
So,
seems to do.
so I start having some fun too. Because
What
I
is
support Tonisa. I'm a fan of Tonisa Welch. We're gonna have her come on. I know she's gonna be going into she has an event on the February 25th at the Mob Museum, right?
mm-hmm.
There's a museum in Las Vegas dedicated
In
to American
Vegas?
Mafia.
I did not.
It's called the
Hmm.
Mob Museum. Well, Vegas was built by the American Mafia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so they got tired of being left out and they started a museum. And
Okay.
it's popping. And so they've invited Tonisa to come and talk about her life and her journey. And it's going to be a big moment. And that's a couple of days after she gets an honorary doctorate degree. So she's going to be Dr. Tonisa Welch, going and speaking
Okay,
about her life
excuse me,
as a mobster.
Tony.
But it's
Okay.
crazy that as all that's going on the flip side, this is all happening with Meech.
Mm-hmm.
But Rick Ross set a trap. Rick
Why you
Ross
say?
knew what he was doing.
Wait, what did Rick do?
Rick paid Meech. Rick said, "Hey, Meech, I'm gonna give you some bread. Come do this concert." Rick tried to been playing it like because Rick Ross' daughter and Lil Meech used to date because Meech live in Miami, right? So Rick Ross' daughter and Lil Meech used to date. So that's kind of how they know each other, whatever, whatever. So Meech got out of jail. Guess he needed a little bread. Ross know how vicious the beef is with him and 50. Meech been in jail, so he ain't on social media. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Ross set him up.
Well, they
Now
have social
Meech took
media.
the bait.
They have social media in jail. He could have known.
I mean, but they ain't on it like they more
I
like
mean, but yeah, they have time. They might be. They have a lot of time. So
well, you can't just sit in your cell and swipe up. I'm just saying you
no,
got
but what I'm saying is he had a lot of time to get to know social media. So he might have known. And his son, like,
now the
always keeps
son
him,
definitely knew.
his son always keeps him in the loop. So
Is that a Stanley?
a what?
Is that shit safe?
What do you mean it's safe?
You
Of
ain't
course
seen the
it's
Stanley blowing up in people's face.
excuse me?
Stanley
This
Cups have been blowing up in people's faces.
this is not a Stanley Cup.
Oh,
And why would it blow up?
it's some about I don't know. It's some about the lid and the heat, and it's been blowing. And it's defective when they blow up in little white girl faces.
Well, there's no heat right now, first of all. It's all cold
Okay.
outside.
I'm just saying, I just saw the cup, but I was like, I mean, of course, it would help go viral, but I would want that to happen to you.
First of all, it's like a Yeti thingy. It's not a Stanley Cup.
Okay,
I'm
okay, okay. No, I'm sorry. You know me. I get distracted real easy.
okay. Now you got me thinking. I gotta keep my face together. What you mean?
Yeah, you got. Yeah, no. So here's what is great about what we're doing. There's so much stuff that goes on that we ain't even talking about,
Mm,
right?
okay.
Like you live on tour.
I do live on tour.
What tour you on?
I am on the Wild Child tour with this crazy person. It's like, can you see this?
Nah, I like that shirt. I think that's one of the dopest shirts he got in his collection. Like for real.
Yeah,
I,
he's got
I want that hoodie.
he's got quite a few of the well, not the different ones, but this is like the most seller one because Low Dog was like the
And so,
crazy
where
kid.
were you guys last weekend?
What up though? We was in Detroit.
All right, how
Yeah,
was that?
it was good. It was good. It was a lot of moving parts, but we did a couple of events. He had an after party. He had two after parties at Parlay and then one at La Casa Cigar Lounge because he has a new cigar line, Liga
Right.
Tridente. So I work on the
Nah, hey,
brand.
hey, no, I'm gonna tell you though, that cigar lounge was dope. Like
Yeah, it
the
was.
ones I've been into are a little more intimate,
Hmm.
right? La Casa had multiple layers. I mean, it was upstairs. It had a lot of different rooms, a lot of different little corners. Um, yeah, no, I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting that for Detroit in Detroit. No disrespect to Detroit, I just didn't know, because most of the bars I've been into are small.
Yeah, that was like multiple levels, and it was a historic building, and yeah, they had the property out, the land outside. What? Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, but what I liked though was like on each level they had the intimate rooms as well, so it wasn't like everything was huge. Each level, even though the space was big, each level had an intimate, room. So that was pretty cool.
And then also how they had the outdoor tent. Like it was that was a dope party. I mean, I wasn't expecting that many people in that different like while
For a
we were
second,
outside
yeah,
at inside the tent, they still had the bar inside popping. Right.
yeah,
It was,
it was
I know a Super Bowl, but in terms of how they structured the event for that day, they had a little bit of something for everybody.
hmm That tent was warm too. I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, yeah. No, when they said it was a 10 outside in Detroit, I didn't think I was gonna be out there long. And then
No,
once I was
that
in
was
there, I realized
crazy.
they had the blowers on right. Like you couldn't even tell you were outside.
No, exactly. Whatever they did, it was dope. Yeah, for sure.
Now, and then what was how was the show? And where was the show?
At the Masonic Temple
Right.
in downtown, and yeah, he did one show.
I heard it was sold out.
And
I got
yeah,
in late, and the drivers were like, "Hey, were you around the thing at the Masonic Temples? It was a madhouse down there." I was like, "Okay, Marlon did his thing."
yeah, Marlon. Yeah, he's Marlon doing his thing. He doing his thing. So yeah,
Right, right.
he did
And then give it up for Stacy for all the ancillaries, right? So after the
the
show,
after parties, the personal appearances. Yeah, the
what you guys do after the
cigars.
show?
After the show, we went to Parlay. It's a sports lounge in downtown. Well, not in down. Well, it was. I
No,
guess it's
what was that
downtown
downstairs
area.
bar?
Oh, it was hidden speakeasy. So it was like a speakeasy underneath the lounge, the bar
That's what I thought
area.
was dope. Like when I first came in,
Yeah.
upstairs parlay, and I
Ooh.
was like, okay, this is dope. 'Cause I was looking to see like where you guys were, and they kept walking me through, and they took me to the downstairs. Like, oh, we're going to some back cave type. And then when I
Yeah.
got there, I was like, oh, that's a whole other sexy vibe.
Yeah, yeah. I'd never been there before, but it was dope. That was my first time in Detroit, actually, oddly enough, considering I've pretty much been all over the country, but that was my first time in Detroit and it was cool. It was good
But
vibes.
one quick thing,
We had a good time.
how did you like? So you just went off pictures, and like, how did you find those venues, and what is the process for you booking that stuff?
So I've been working with Marlon since like 2014 on the business side. So I've built a lot of relationships in the travels and, obviously my information is attached to his, so people know how to find me. But when we were first getting started, I just had to do the legwork. I had to, every market he was going to, I would research like the best urban lounges, go through the whole thing, emails, call, just the grassroots type stuff. And then after a while, you built up the volume, and then people know who you are and what you do, and now they start hitting you up, and it's just the whole thing. So, I had some legs in Detroit, and they reached out to me and was like, "Oh, we have this, and this," and they put everything together for me. I just, did my due diligence to make sure it was good, and it was cool. And we got what was needed to be done.
And what's the cigar?
It's called Liga Tridente. He has three different blends. And if you go to ligatridente.com, you can find the cigars. And so, coinciding with his tour, we curate cut and lights. So basically, the cigar lounges in the market that are popular, we'll curate a cut and light where Marlon will come in and he'll do the whole thing. We have our ambassador, Miss Novelty, and she comes in and they do the presentation, and we have a whole thing set up with the tables, and it's just a whole thing. And so they come in,
Yeah,
they come
nah,
in and
we gotta set some cameras with you, right? We gotta.
yeah,
So obviously, this is news. This is kind of our daily chat, talk, catch up, kind of where we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But we're also highlighting what's on the network. We're highlighting the people who are on the network. You're coming to the network. You're officially here at the network. We're so excited. And so, I see that as I want to see some cameras. I want to follow. I came to Detroit. I was there. I missed the comedy show, so I got to come back and see the show. But I really was there to see all the other ancillary things to see how we can turn it into something. I think it's really amazing, especially with the fact that they've been Marlon and the brothers are nominated for their show for the NAACP Image Awards, and then the entire family is about to be honored, right?
yeah.
Talk to me about that. Like, what are you looking forward to in that moment for Marlon?
He's a hard worker. Like he's a hard worker. He just puts his head down and he works. Obviously he knows he comes from a dynasty, but his whole drive is to set up something under Marlon Wayans, right? You know, like he wants to be known for his work and he's so appreciative of the ground that the family has built, what Keenan has laid the groundwork. And now it's like he wants to take that
Give it up for
mantle.
Keenan Ivory Wayans, yo.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm not gonna lie. I was a Keenan fan, but Damon was really. I was a huge Damon Wayans fan. I loved his stand up, all his shows.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get you sucking. Still.
No, the first time I saw that, I was like, this might be the most ignorant thing. And when I say I laugh from my gut, like it's real. Like I'm almost sticking with stuff.
But I did another Juice in the Hood. Like I'm ghetto on some level. So when Marlon and they start making their movies, the white chicks and all that, I was like, okay, yeah, let's get ratchet with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's dope about all of them is that they're able to switch from comedy to drama super easy. Like
Nah, you know,
Kim,
I'm gonna go you one further.
when they perform,
no, what's dope
they
about
can
them is
turn
look
into
at
drama.
Terry Crews now.
Hmm.
Look at Terry Crews now.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at the people who started with the Scary Movie franchise and what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jim Carrey came from In Living Color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he give big up to that.
Oh yeah, he does. He definitely pays homage.
Absolutely. So it's one thing to say, oh, like, okay, Marlon and his brother had a show. But do you know who all was on that show?
And they actually put the WB on the map because the WB was in the tank before Wayans Brothers was
the Wayans family helped create Fox because it was in Living Color and Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then they circled back and the younger generation created a whole other network.
Mm-hmm.
So and you're in the center of all this as a media personality and journalist. When I said to you, what are you most looking forward to? You know, from a coverage standpoint, if you had your choice, like if you had the opportunity, what would you like to do? Like what conversation, like what question would you like to ask and who is it to?
You know what? Because I actually know them, it's a little different because you know they're fam, you know what I'm saying? But I've never met Kim, which is, you know what I mean? Like I've never met Kim enough, and I love Kim. I love Kim.
I'll tell you something. So, she like a silent assassin. Go back and look at a lot of them in Living Colors, and I always wondered, like, did she? Because I feel like she chose to just do other things. And
she still works. Most of her stuff is behind the scenes. Kim's still in the game. She's working with Damon on their show now on CBS. But yes, you're correct. Like she's more in the background, but like Kim is nice. Like
that's good.
Her could be behind me, like even drama. She's fire. So like I just want to meet Kim. I haven't met Kim. It's just like I'm so mad I have never met Kim. But yes, that's like my big thing. I'm like when I see Kim, I'll be like, move all y'all.
Now look, for me, I want to ask Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer, do they think they could do Men on Film today?
At this age?
No. Just the bit itself today in the climate.
You know what? The only reason why I feel like they could get away with it is because it's them and because they established that so long ago. It's almost like
you gotta go back and listen to some of the stuff they said. Oh my God.
Oh, listen. First of all, everything the Wayans says, you got to be like, Lord, how did they survive the climate? You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like, even now, it doesn't matter. Like, Marlon says the most outlandish things still. Like, there's things that they also say.
Okay, real quick. Because we're actually doing network TV now. We got to fit a break in. All right? Okay. Hey, you guys, this is IPTV, UIN, Neighborhood News. We talk with Stacey O'Harris.
America, welcome to IPTV.